Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Like 25.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, these two teams, the Falcons and the Vikings, have met 30 times since the Falcons' inaugural year in the league back in 1966. And the Vikings winning 19 of those games, but maybe the most memorable game between the two was a Falcons victory. That was in the NFC Championship game back in January of '99. Gary Anderson missed a field goal to potentially win it at the end of regulation, and then the Falcons would get the victory in OT 30-27, and they were off to the Super Bowl. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
54 miles. One twist.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he... Met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out in my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. You will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
In New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. Come on. jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ready, we're ready. 5:25. Get this one on. Ready for that.
Now Ryan on first down. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. Dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. On 2nd and 1, Cousins forced out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
All day, dog. Two.
3rd and long for Cousins. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 19 yards away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game, it leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, Ryan. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play Wildcat quarterback for you as well.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
59, ready, back 25. Check. Ready to go.
On third down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a first down.
Ready, back 25. 55. Oh, you got deep?
This is Freeman on first and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Freeman again, a first down carry. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about. But I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
He can't wide. What's that? Check 37. Check. Left 50. Switch it hot.
Now Cousins. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football.
Double dog.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. About 3-5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Cook following the penalty. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Cousins now. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but
yeah,
no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
45. Mike, 45. Coming to you.
Gun.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Where's that?
On second down, Cook. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On second and 12, Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. On third down, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here, first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of the team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Cousins now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Joker, roll. Check.
Gun.
Check hot.
Cousins gives way to Cook. They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Hey, easy. Hey, foxtrot.
Check.
Where's the hot?
On the carry, it's Cook. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Mike, 45. Wants to run. They're running it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Cousins. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Cousins on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this 1st half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Watch twist.
Hey, receiver.
Watch it. Chance. He's coming.
On 1st down, Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Falcons' 13-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Watch the shift. Hey.
Where's the hot?
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty.
Push him back.
Throwing is Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 8 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. After the sack on 1st down, Ryan. And that'll incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up fourth. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Braced on travel.
Again, it's Cook. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
You.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Hey, Echo.
On third down, Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Ryan now going to try to run the option left. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Yeah, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, Flicker.
At the 14-yard line.
Hey, Flicker.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 14 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run, Devontae Freeman. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Bailey got the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Ryan gets it to his tight end, Hooper. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. To throw on third down. Ryan, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Check 99. Check the backer. Check the backer. First. Crunch. Pick the edge. Come. Wait the hunt.
They start the drive with Cook. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
What's that?
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, steamer.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
What's that?
Exit. 45. Mike, 45. Come on, D.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll try and run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons get a bit closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 9.
The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Listen to me.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Better bring it. First. All right, now here we go.
Cousins. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's taken down inside the 30.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for our Vikings.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Yellow. Gun.
Now a run with Cook. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their head.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a play in the catch.
Get in the weight room.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Vikings, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.